What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. See how this new camera does. Got me a new GoPro Hero 8, so we'll see how that thing will work out. But I have a surprise for you guys today. I have a surprise that some of you guys have seen on Instagram at LS1Freak, if you're following, or on Facebook. But here she is. It is a mainline dyno. Finally got me a dyno. This is going to be adding a lot more content to our channel this way, so I'm pretty excited about it. It's good and dirty right now. It's been sitting in the back of a guy's shop that he just wasn't using it anymore, so he made me a deal on it. I couldn't pass up on it. So we're going to be adding a lot of content with dyno stuff from now on. Came with the whole system, pretty cool. I'm super excited. I've wanted a dyno since I first started tuning. For those of you that don't know, I do some custom tuning. GM stuff, I'm working on going into Ford and Dodge as well. But yeah, it's got a little weather station, so I'll always be able to keep track of SAE corrections for weather. It's got map sensors, 7 bar, so we'll be able to log boost levels, 2 of them, so before and after intercoolers and stuff, looking for restrictions. It's got AFR wideband. Let's see where that pipe went. Mainline sends it with a pretty strange little pipe like this. You gotta stick that thing down in the exhaust pipe. This end would go into the exhaust pipe, and the wideband goes right here. I think we're going to redesign that yet, but yeah, guys, so today's video I'm going to be turning everything on and trying it for the first time, so I'm pretty excited for you guys to follow along. Let's get started. Alright, so my wife's helping me out today with the camera. I guess this is where it all starts. Don't laugh at me too hard. I know this isn't very safe, but this is what we got to deal with. Our power supply. There we go. It's plugged in. It's firing up. See if we can figure out how to turn everything on. There it goes. Got a printer down here. Sweet. Wideband, 12 volt or 13.8 volts output for the wideband. This is the control for the dyno itself. And there we go. Sweet. Oh, looks like we got a lot of PDF files. See if I can figure out how to use this mouse. It's got the little roller. I've seen a lot of guys with dynos using them, but I'm not entirely sure how to use this thing. I bet you that thing's battery is probably dead. Yeah, it's on. Got the mouse. It ain't moving. Yeah, looks like I'm gonna have to get some batteries for the keyboard first. For those of you guys that have never seen a mainline dyno, it's kind of neat. I was just always used to the big roller dynos, but these things roll actually quite easily. So it's not an inertia dyno, it's a loaded dyno. So it's got your load cell over here. I think maybe it's called an eddy current. I'm not entirely sure on that actually, but yeah, so it runs off of that for reading the power levels. So the cool thing about that is we can load this thing up as heavy as you want. So we can do diesels, we can do everything. So I'm pretty darn excited about it. I eventually want to build something better to set it in. I'd like to build like a trailer or something, but the strap would hook into here, go through these bars, and then under this roller and above the axle, and then back through here somehow like that. I'm not entirely sure. I know somehow it loops around there and around the axle. So as the tire wants to crawl up this roller, this thing is pulling it down. So we're about to find out. I'm gonna hook my car up to it. Oh yeah, you can. Operator guy. We're gonna figure out how to run this thing.
Two hours later.
Alright, we're gonna put it on, see how it does. Okay, will you hit the brake button over there? It's on brakes, so just click and smash. No, it's on it. Just click it, there you go. And then hit OK. Just hit enter. Time to strap it down. Alright, I don't really know what I'm doing, but we're gonna play with it, find out. No runs loaded. Air fuel, idling, might be right for it. Pop the hood. We're gonna see if we can get more cold air, see if it'll make some more power. Alright guys, this is actually the next day. We got into tuning last night for a while and we're playing around with the dyno. Redid the name, LS1 free calibrations. Although I don't think that's going to be the final name. That's what I'm just using for now to get everything set up. And I also did a little bit of work on strapping it down. If you guys hear a lot of background noise, it's because it's really windy out today, like 40-50 mile an hour winds. Get some light here. Alright, so I redid the strap system there. I think that's going to work out pretty good like that. It hooks onto the bottom, goes up over the axle, back through the roller, underneath this bar, and then hooks on right down there. Now there's a second set of straps I could put on for something really high horsepower, but this should be plenty for this car. So yeah, I guess we will do a little bit of testing and we'll see how it ends up working out. So yesterday I made 88 horsepower. Let me pull up the let's see here. We'll pull up the log, press F2. So that is my current best on this car. Well, actually I did one that was 89. I don't have an RPM signal, so torque isn't correct, or it won't be reading torque correctly. But we're gonna give it another try today and see how it does. See if we can make more power. All right, so today we're gonna take the air cleaner off. I had this air cleaner on there yesterday, but we're gonna try to run it today without no air cleaner, because the data log was showing like 10.9 air fuel ratio, so it was running plenty rich. And I don't just have an air screw on this carburetor. Not sure what kind of carburetor it is. Maybe quadrajet, I don't know what you want to call it. Oh yeah, it is quadrajet, there it is. It's kind of curious what it was, but I feel like it definitely has more in it. I could tell the rear two barrels were not opening at full throttle, so I made an adjustment on this deal. I don't know how to really explain it, but I don't know, between this little mechanism down in here and this dude here limits the vacuum secondaries. I don't know why they're not opening. I'm no carburetor expert. I like my EFI stuff, but this is something fun to learn on since it's my first car on the dyno. So we'll give it a try and see how it does. So the wind is blowing like really hard right onto that door. Otherwise I'd open it. But like I was saying earlier, we got lots and lots of wind today, so we're gonna have to do without that door open today. Get this puppy warmed up a little. Looks like our wideband is working. She runs good rich, 12, 11.8, just idling. See if it'll be a little bit leaner today. Try to get this thing a little closer. Nice. Alright guys, so there was so much going on here with all the vacuum ports and stuff everywhere. I don't know if you can tell, but there's a little stopper down in there. This little shaft right there, that looks like a rod with a pin through it. That's for the rear throttle blades. The back two down in there. Let's see if I can get that on video. They're really hard to see through the blades, or through the vacuum blades. There, you can kind of see them just a little bit down in there. But anyway, there was this little lever, this one right here. So I can get that on video. It was pushed up against this, keeping it away, or keeping it stopped so it wouldn't open the back two barrels. Now, obviously, the factory has it designed in some way to make all that work, but this vacuum port is gone, and I just connected this one. I had to change some stuff. This one's disconnected. I had to change some stuff when I put that other cleaner on. I know I messed something up, but there's so much going on, I'm not entirely sure what I'm even looking for. So, that being said, I just figured I'd tie it open. That's what I did, tied it open with this piece of baling wire. And seems to be holding the rear two barrels open, so we'll make another dyno run and see how much we gain. Alright, time to test it with the back two barrels tied open. See what that's gonna do. There we go. That's pretty funny.